Welcome back to Creekside Homestead, Alaska. Today is going to be a pretty busy day in the garden, so we're just going to get right to it. I've got onions that I desperately need my attention. I've got to check in on the peppers and tomato and cucumbers, and then I need to harvest a bunch of greens. I've got broccoli greens, kohlrabi greens, collard greens that are just out of control. So anyways, we're just gonna get to it. Follow along, hope you enjoy. Here we go. My onion bed has completely gone out of control, and we think it's because Sean gave him that compost tea, and we had some really good weather, and then we had a really good rain, which the onions desperately needed a really good soaking. So now they've just gone overgrown and they're starting to top over, which is way, way too early for that. So what I'm gonna do is top them off, and I'll show you. I've already started. As you can see, I do not want this early. I want the bulb to be able to grow, and once these break and fall over, that's basically telling the onion it's done. So I'm topping them off like I did these right here, and then that way all the energy is going to go into that bulb. There is, people do things differently, so there probably is some controversy about that, but in the gardening world. But for me, I've done this for a few years, and probably not this early, but that actually gives me really good hope that we're gonna have a really good, I don't know if you could see, that one's starting to bulb really, really nicely. All of these are, so I think this bed is going to be really, really good. But so I'll show you how I do that. No really science to it. I have to do this, and I have to do those few right there. That small bed over there is just starting, so I'm going to go ahead and just top them. And then this bed. So got a little bit of work to do, but it's well worth it. So really is really, really simple. I just take it and I see this one's already starting to bend over here, so I'm just going to cut right below that. And then I've got my basket here, and all of these tops are going to go in here, and I'm going to dehydrate them and make them into chives. I put chives in just about everything. Put them in soups, stews. They're really good in scrambled eggs. So I can never have too many of these. And plus I also have my chive plants over there that needs to be trimmed up too. So if I have time to get to that today, I will, because it's nothing like having fresh chives in your salad. And I also put the blossom tops. I wash them and rinse them really good, and then put those in the salad as well. They're so good. They taste just like an onion, a green onion. Anyways, I'm gonna just keep on doing this, and then we'll move on to the next task, which I'm not quite sure what that is yet, but we'll see. Okay, all done with that. They look much better with their haircuts, don't you think? And I'll show you what we're going to be dehydrating. I have got an entire harvest basket full of what will soon be dehydrated chives. That is a lot. It is going to last a year and then some. I go through a lot of chives, but there's a lot of chives. Anyways, I'm gonna go get these in the dehydrator and move on to the next, whatever it is I need to do in the garden. Okay, we've decided to dehydrate these guys in the outdoor kitchen because it's gonna probably take about 8 hours, and we just have a better setup out here than it taking up space in the kitchen. So, but I wanted to show you that basket looked deceiving, and it probably still does. Okay, when I say this is gonna last us a year or more, I wasn't kidding. That is a lot. I don't even know if they're gonna fit on all of our trays, but we'll see. Shauna already has the dehydrator set up. I'll show it to you in a minute, but and he's got it set at 105, and it's going to take anywhere from probably 5 to 8 hours, which will make for a long night. So I'm just gonna, as you can see, these holes are pretty big, so I can't chop them into chive little chunks yet. But I'm just gonna chop those in half again. So I'm just doing them like that. Some of them might be longer. Anyways, I'm just gonna put them on the tray and spread them out and keep patting. I'm trying to get them as dry as I possibly can before you put them on these trays, or else it's just gonna take longer. All right, one tray. Cannot believe that I got them to all fit. That is awesome. So it might not be as late of a night as I thought it was going to be. All right, so they're just going to sit out here, do their thing for up to 8 hours. I'll start checking them probably about 5 hours in, see where we're at. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I've got my chives for the year, at least. Okay, check that one off the list. Moving on. I glanced in the pepper and cucumber greenhouse earlier this morning, and I mean, I've been in here almost daily, but these peppers are going insane, so much so that I need to harvest them and get them in a freezer bag, just so they can continue and give energy to the flowers that haven't produced yet. So I'm gonna get in here and do this, and then my greens are going insane. So I figured I've already harvested and frozen 1.5 gallon Ziploc freezer bags, and I need to do it again, and I just did that a few days ago. So that's what we're gonna have tonight for dinner. I have a lot of bok choy that has bolted, so I want to get as many of those leaves and stems off. Sorry, the mosquitoes are going crazy. So I need to get as much as I can get off of that. And then all the other greens, the collard greens, the broccoli greens, the mustard greens are going crazy. So I want to get that harvested before it is supposed to rain. So let's start with the peppers. I'm going to show you what's under here. So this isn't the big one yet, but that's gonna get harvested. Those aren't very big, but there's just so many of them that I'm going to take some off. Now this is my Sugar Rush Peach, and I know you guys have heard me talk about these. These and the Black Hungarians are my favorites. Look at those. They are going nuts, and we're only the end of June. So I got to get those bad boys off. There's this one. And it just goes on and on. These are all peppers. This guy, even though they're small, he is loaded. Just crazy. Yep, all of these are coming off. So our peppers are loving the amended soil. And we've been just keeping it as hot in here as we can. Not super, super hot, but you know. I try to keep it above 75. On nice days it gets really hot, but this guy is loaded. So loaded he's starting to lean over, so get a bunch of those done. Anyways, I'll show you my cucumbers too. They just decided to go insane, which is good because I'm due for a good cucumber year. Every single one has quite a few on it. Now these are growing like expected. So, but they have just taken off with the nice days that we've had. And let's see if I can, like I said, I've told you guys before, I'm determined to get a melon. Look, look. All right, so I'm going to get these picked, and then I'll show you guys at the end how much we got from today. I think we're going to go ahead and take... Oh, did I miss one? No. You, my friend, are a rock star. Okay, let me show you. Not bad for it being our first pepper harvest, and it's only the end of June, so I'm super excited. But there's my Sugar Rush Peach. They're so good. All right, let's go check the other greenhouse. I don't think there's anything in there, but we'll go see. Okay, so there wasn't really anything in the big greenhouse, any peppers. There's a few that were iffy, but I'm gonna give them probably another week or so. But this is my collard greens, which I've already harvested once, like I said, but I have to do it again. So this will be good dinner. And then I'll take you guys over, if you've watched in the past, I cook all of my mixed greens, or all of my greens together. And that includes kohlrabi greens, broccoli greens, mustard greens, cauliflower greens. What am I missing? Oh, bok choy I'm going to be doing tonight, I think. I might just do that with cabbage leaves a different day because they are absolutely out of control. But yeah, I'm just going to finish picking these, and then we'll move on to the other beds. Okay, this craziness here is kohlrabi greens for the most part. This is bok choy that's bolted, so I'll probably grab this for tomorrow. I mean, not today, but these kohlrabi greens are just insane. And I'm only not taking all of them because I still want that to go to the root of it. What is that? Oh, this is a cabbage. Oh my gosh, look at the leaves on this puppy. Yeah, we'll be probably sauteing up some cabbage tomorrow. You know what? I'm just gonna take these big ones. Look at that sucker. I know.
I ate one of the bigger ones a few days ago and it wasn't bitter. Close.
I don't know if you could hear Sean, but he's saying he hopes they're not bitter, and me too. But I think they'll be okay mixed in with everything else. I think I'm going to call it good for this bed. Okay, we're in our main brassica bed, or one of them anyways. And the leaves on these guys. So this is a Romanesca. I don't see any, I can barely see it starting to grow in there. I don't know anything about Romanesca. I'm assuming it's kind of a broccoli variety. So I think I'm gonna leave these leaves alone. That's a pretty big leaf. No, I'm not. Hopefully I didn't just ruin that. And then this is a broccoli. It's starting to form its little head there. It's so cute. I think this is a sprouting broccoli. No. Waltham. So that's supposed to be broccoli head. More broccoli. This is Erasmus. So these leaves are fine. Go down here. We'll take, I'm gonna leave those alone for now. Oh, I've got some big ones right here. This is cauliflower. I gotta be careful with that because it needs it to shade. I'll leave those alone. I think we're good over here. Okay, these are the mustard greens. Again, already been in here once. Now these, I've got two different kinds here. And I don't remember what this one is, but it's going to seed. But the other one isn't, so that's kind of weird. I guess we'll grab a couple of these, even though they're not very big. Just the fact that it's going to seed. We'll get. Okay, I think we're good here. We're gonna move on to the other bed and then we'll be done if I have room. Getting pretty full. All right, so that is our harvest for the day, and wasn't expecting all of that, so that's a good bonus. And then we've got our mess of greens here, and it is packed in there good and tight. So I'll take you inside and just show you real quick how we cook these up. I mean, I do it a few ways, but we're going to do these a little bit quicker than my normal. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.